Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Brothers in Red podcast, presented by me, James Double, aka LFC_J Dubs, and my brother from the same mother,
Ben Double, aka Dubs_LFC.
I like that. Like the energy, like you're bringing the vibes. How have you been?
I've been
Separate from football.
I've been
Fair.
Yeah, all right.
You've been cuddling your nephew.
Oh, I have, but not as much as I want to.
No, not as much as you want to. You ditched him for
I
a
only
long
seen
weekend.
him 5 days ago.
5 days ago already.
4.
That is mad. It has been, but that's insane.
And then I just had cuddles.
I feel like I can't get
Sunday,
away from you.
Yeah. Well, the first 2 weeks, I'll give you that.
Yeah, 10 visits and 14
And
days.
then I tried to
games.
come over last Friday, and you didn't let me.
I wasn't here. You could have come over. No one was here. Oh, Cody was here. You could have seen the dog.
I would have done that and waited for you to come home.
Yeah, you definitely would have. Even if it was like 11 o'clock at night, Ben's just sat in the dark like, where's Hudson?
Where is Hudson now?
Yeah, so back to football slightly.
No, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
How's dad life?
Dad life's great.
Hair matching now.
What?
What?
What are you saying? what are you saying? What was that? Hair matching what? The baby?
No, you.
What?
Being a dad.
Oh, yeah, I'm going bold. No, yeah, not touch
well.
wood. Not too much of a lack of sleep yet. Guarantee I have a sleepless night now, but we're moving, we're living, we're fine. He's alive, he's healthy, happy. Can't ask for more.
Good.
Did you catch any of the Legends game?
I've seen clips of Thiago and Gerrard balling.
Literally, my note here is I feel like Thiago and Gerrard could boss the Premier League at the minute. Like Gerrard's passing.
He played for Liverpool well.
Gerrard's passing is a joke, and Thiago's like speed on the ball again, a joke.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Sign him on.
Does have that as a Legends game, but yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. Obviously, end of the 2-2 draw. Lovely to see Klopp back in Anfield, or sort of a sad juxtaposition as to where we're at the minute. Memories from long ago.
Yeah, be quite different if he was in the dugout last night, I feel.
Definitely be quite different if he was in the press conferences, where I'm hearing a lot, and probably on the training ground. But we are not spoiling this pod. We're not spoiling this pod right now. Wait,
can we all just pause here for a minute?
Go on.
For the first time ever, James, are you slot in or slot out?
I feel right. We'll get onto it. We'll get onto it because
normally you try and do controversial shit on me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I feel really bad because leading up to yesterday's game, I went back to my standard self and I felt for him.
And then you watched us again because you forgot how bad we played.
It's like a fucking perpetual thing at the minute. I feel for him. I really feel like he's been through the ringer this year.
100%.
I trust him. He won us the league. That's not an easy thing to do. And then what was that? What was that?
Right,
I literally was watching. I was like,
save that reaction.
Yeah,
all
all right.
That's beautiful.
All right.
Reaction.
What? What's coming up today, folks? So we've got Moment of the Week. Of course, there's not many to choose from, but there is. Ben doesn't actually know anything about today's pod from what I've planned.
I don't normally. Well,
as we have sat down to record this, Robbo has announced.
Do we look a bit orange?
I mean, maybe, but I don't know if it's legit or not. Robbo's announced his leaving.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of that. You literally just told me while I was cuddling Hudson.
We haven't fully, delved into Salah also leaving. We won't do that today. We'll save that. Probably specific bonus episodes for each of those. Does that make sense? They deserve it, I think. Maybe at the end of the season when all the farewells and everything's dried up, we can have a Robbo episode and a Salah episode.
Yeah.
I think that's sensible. So we won't touch on that today other than to say, because we know Robbo is a friend of the podcast and listens to us, or one of you 1,000 people.
Don't leave.
Yeah, he embodies what it is to be a Liverpool player.
Yeah.
He's given more than enough in the 9 years and deserves, and it is leaving as a Liverpool legend. I think it's one of those where whenever he comes back for the Legends game, he'll be welcomed as one of the favourites.
100%.
And I always saw him as a fan on the pitch.
Yeah.
Like he plays how I feel like I would want to play if I could play professional football.
Yeah.
yeah, can't thank you enough, Robbo. And I do wish you all the best in the next ventures, but we are absolutely gutted
We've
to
had
see
the
you
Salah
leave.
news since the last pod as well, haven't we? I think.
I think we had the Salah before the last pod, potentially. I can't actually remember. It might not have been. It was in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, because we had international break.
Okay, well, we'll say it about Salah as well. Obviously, we'll have a specific episode for Salah.
Specific, yeah.
Like that'll be a long episode. The amount of records this guy's broke. He's Egyptian king for a reason. They're going to go down as the greatest winger in Premier League history. No challenge to that.
Nah.
It's been a bad last year for reasons that are not his fault and for reasons that have just gone against him. Naturally, I'd say. I am also gutted to see him leave because I think there's a rare time in football where you can look to certain players, regardless of what situation you're in, and still have hope and still think something's going to come out of it. Salah's one of those players. Regardless of the situation, if you've still got Salah on the pitch, something magical could happen. Maybe less so this year with all of the stuff that's been going on. Not his fault. But yeah, again, Salah, thank you for your service to Liverpool. You could tell how much he cared. I think that's a really poignant thing to say, considering some of the attitudes that we're seeing at times. And yeah, again, will be greatly missed. Around both of those topics, what we're going to cover today, moment of the week, as I already mentioned, we're going to quickly touch upon the Klopp Crouch interview.
Yeah, I didn't watch that yet.
No? Okay, I can sort of give my understanding of it and definitely go back and watch it. And you might have different feedback next week. We're going to look into Liverpool and where we go from here off the back of what we will cover first, which is recent performance analysis. Rather than deep dive into the PSG and Man City games, I'm more concerned about what's going on. Because Man City was a shit show, 4-0.
So what I will
PSG
say,
was a shit show,
before we go
2-0.
on, it wasn't a shit show until they scored. We were the better team until they scored.
Yeah.
And then heads went. And that is one of the biggest criticisms I have of this team. Whether it's the players, whether it's the leaders in the squad, whether it's the belief in the manager and how he wants them to play, heads go.
Yeah.
And that is not what Klopp instilled into this club. But all of a sudden they get one pen and we weren't playing like the same team we were 2 minutes before the pen.
Yeah.
It was, I was fuming. I was actually like, where has it gone? We were creating more chances than we were looking more deadly. And then all of a sudden, flat. And I was like, we ain't fucking winning this. There's no way back. They're not coming back. No chance.
And like the intense...
My belief has gone in those moments. And that is saying something, because I'm a positive thinking we're coming back. But as soon as the heads drop, I'm like, you can just see the body language. Even when they're running, just anything they're doing, it's just like, really?
And this is why I wanted to cover both at the same time, because that didn't quite happen as much yesterday.
No, because we sat behind the ball straight away.
But there was less to drop. There was less intensity to drop from because it wasn't there. You agree with that?
Oh, my God. Yeah, I do agree with that because I do not know what happened yesterday.
I believe there's a lot of slot hypocrisy going around, and at some point he has to front it, because throughout the whole last year or so he's been basically saying, look, we love how PSG play because it means we can both go out and play football, and sets up with effectively a back five. Some people are calling it a back three, but let's be real, it settled into a back five 90% of the game because we had 20% possession or so, and we just defended for 85 minutes.
It's an excuse for not bringing Salah on. Why not change something if you know we're just defending when we're 2-0 down, 1-0 down?
It was definitely damage limitations on hoping that he could come to Anfield and have an Anfield night. But
I get that, but at the same time,
if you've already
try and fucking do something.
Yeah.
We won 1-0 last year, like snatch and grab last year, but what's to say we can't score? You've seen moments like Wirtz's pass to Frimpong. I know it was offside. You get them in the positions, they're going to still be able to do that.
And like, there's certain things where we've been saying, maybe a 3-5-2 might be interesting if you have the right people on the pitch
100%.
in the right positions.
100%.
Not Wirtz on the left and Ekitike down the middle and some weird formation.
Ekitike was frustrating last night, like with some of his flips he was doing.
Horrific.
But at the same time, sometimes when he got the ball, there was no one around because there was 3 PSG players and no outlets on the wing.
Yep.
And I think that was a big thing going into it, where if we won the ball back in the middle of the park, the amount of times I've seen Shobo, Maka, Grav get the ball, they're surrounded by PSG players and we got nowhere to lump it to. Like, we're not a long ball team, but like in those situations where you can't pass out of it, you know, if you hit it to the right wing, Salah's chasing it, and you got a chance of getting it under control and then even playing back to then get possession. We had no outlet to try and retain the possession.
And like a few times, we had that outlet and it swung over to the right wing, and Frimpong and Wirtz made something happen. But a lot of the time, it swung out to the right wing, and it might have been like a random, like a Shobo or a Grav, and it was a play back to the centre backs. It was never a attacking drive. It was always try and keep the ball. Oh shit, we lost the ball. We're defending again. Both games, other than the 30 minutes before, which I do agree with Man City, both games, lack of intensity, heads drop, just completely flat performances. Very
last night, I think people were confused. Our centre backs were all over the shop.
Well,
they were moving out to press and go with players, which I think was instructed. But then, what's the point of having a back five?
A lot of these players have been on international break. They've had one game against Man City where he did not play this formation.
Yeah.
So that means he's had 2 days.
James Pearce, like, I quoted it today, and James Pearce said that they had 2 days practice for the formation. I'm like, what are you doing against one of the best teams in Europe?
Literally, arguably the best team in the world at the minute. Arguably. They could be up there.
Yeah, 100%.
And arguably the best attacking team in the world as well.
Yeah, and Dembele was shit last night, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If he was firing, it would have been 5-6.
Oh, yeah. They hit the post like 3 times. And Mamardashvili was
incorrectly slated, by the way.
On the first one, literally nothing you can do at all.
Second, maybe a bit different.
Second, I'm like, the only thing I would say, and it's the only criticism I can ever give to Mamardashvili, because well, it's not even the one-on-ones. No, it's the I think Ali sorts that.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's never a fair thing. But he almost doesn't want to commit because he doesn't want to make the mistake. 100%. Ali has the confidence to be like, this is
fast enough to get the ball. Yeah,
exactly. And that's not against Mamardashvili, because also there was 3 other players that
shouldn't have got to that position.
Exactly.
They had one pass to get into that
can't
position.
Be slated. Everyone slated him for the City game. Do not set your keeper up to fail.
100%. Right, so when you say everyone, even fucking Slot did, and that's done my head in.
So this is where I was about to go as well. We'll get onto the Klopp Crouch interview later, so I don't want to go too much into this, but we will talk about how happy he is to knock confidence in press conferences rather than take the heat. Especially before the biggest game in this guy's performance.
This week, particularly the last couple of days, I feel like, I don't know, I feel quite emotional about it all. And just I have a lot of anger at the moment, I feel. And not anger, frustration. And I did quite a long-winded post on saying how Slot isn't a man manager at all. He is a tactician. We lost Heitinger. I did this as a thing as well, and I think this is a bit of a divert, but FSG's, Edwards and Hughes as well, biggest mistake was not replacing Heitinger with Gerrard last summer.
I agree. You could replace Gerrard with any passionate man manager, but Gerrard brings the Liverpool
100%.
personal
100%.
element.
Like my point was the man manager, and then I went on to explain like Slot's the tactician, which is fine, but he needs a man manager behind, and Heitinger was the bridge between motivating players, getting to know them better, being like the closer one. And if you look at Klopp he had his like tactics. He knew what style of play he wanted, but he was the man manager, and he always had Buvac, Pep, the one with the small details behind him.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't do both, at least know your weaknesses and have your assistant doing the one that you lack, kind of thing. And that's another job for FSG as well.
And this is the difference between a head coach and a manager.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is absolutely fine, which is why Klopp was very much a manager and Slot is very much a head coach. And it's just that it's a different string you have to pull.
Sorry, it was a bit of a tangent, but yeah.
No, it's completely the right way to go, because I think it's a lot of the underlaying truths around the way Liverpool are playing, attitudes, beliefs.
It's respect as well.
All of these things.
And I think that comes from what we're saying about Slot in the press conferences. Your players aren't going to respect you if you're throwing them under the bus in the media. Like, Klopp used to take accountability Klopp didn't used to like. Okay, so you could probably find one or two clips of him maybe admitting to a mistake someone makes, but he doesn't throw away. Like he doesn't constantly slate players, explain things, bring players up for no reason in the media.
Absolutely not.
He has multiple times said that is my fault. That game was my fault, not the boys. Multiple times, and that is all Slot needs to do. That's all he needed to do last night. Maybe we shouldn't have come here with that at the back, and that was my fault.
Yeah,
and that's all that he needed to really say. And then
risk something different.
Would
it didn't
respect
work.
him.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went on a bit again though, but
no,
they would respect him for that. Be like, okay, you've got our back. You're taking the heat right now for this. We'll go and do you a favour in the next one.
The thing that, completely agree. And one of my favourite Klopp quotes is he said something along the lines of, if I've explained something to someone 1,000 times and they're still not getting it, that's my fault.
Yeah.
Because that just means I've not managed to communicate this to that person in the way that they need to hear it
100%.
To understand it. Whereas the vibe I get is, and you get it from the reactions of Shobo not knowing what's going on, defenders not knowing what's going on against PSG, Jones having a touchline argument with him because he thinks he's getting the same instruction than he's asking what he should be doing.
Yeah.
And Slot's like, they're not understanding me. That's the difference. In terms of the game then, the PSG one, lineup questionable anyway. Wirtz has come under a lot of slate as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what people want from him.
I don't either. Especially coming out last night. What do you expect him to do? Run the length of the pitch on his own against the best team in the world?
And a very well structured team as well.
Outlet to Ekitike, which he does at times, and then Ekitike's on his own. Yeah. What are people expecting?
No.
And then he creates the most chances for us. I think there was still a stat he's created the most chances in the league or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he's up there in the Champions League as well, creating the most chances. I don't understand what people want when Slot brings him off and brings our most natural goal scorer on.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make sense?
Literally, every time we see Wirtz's number go up, the opposite substitution comes on, which he could unlock. And that's not to say he can't unlock Ekitike, but that is to say, if you're going to give Isak a chance, you've got to have a ball-playing player in there.
Yeah.
And you took off the most creative player on our team.
Plus Shobo.
And you didn't replace him with Salah.
Yeah. That's another joke. That's another story, isn't it? Like,
can I ask, complete tangent, not even planned for this, how would you have approached yesterday? What would, because we didn't do a preview. We didn't do a preview, so what would your lineup have been?
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what it is.
Well, I would have gone Frimpong, Kanate, Verge, Kirkez. I can't remember who was in the middle, but I would personally play, I don't know, between Jones and Maka. You could even argue not playing Grav.
Mm-hmm.
You could argue that one, but then at the same time, we say Grav's strengths are on the turn. And if we're playing more forward, if we're not sitting back, Grav has the chance to get the ball and turn the player in the middle. So it's Grav and then throw up between Maka and Jones. Depends who you want to run more, because I think Maka doesn't have the legs, but he's got the nitty-gritty that is needed in that game.
Until he gets a booking recklessly early on and then can't make another nitty-gritty challenge for the rest of the game.
Yeah. And then do you play what? So Frimpong's on the overlap on the right back, and you have Salah as the right forward that we said, Ekitike, and then Wirtz as a left forward. That's what I would have with Shobo attacking.
Again, we have seen 4-2-2-2.
Well, I would do that.
Twice this year.
Yeah.
Both times it was incredible.
Yeah.
And he has blamed injuries as the reason why. Currently, the only two people that he doesn't have, realistically, are Ali, doesn't affect the 4-2-2-2, or Bradley doesn't affect the 4-2-2-2 because you have Frimpong there. He ultimately playing Frimpong as your right winger. I appreciate it was right wing back, but at one point in the game, he was your right winger, and having the best right winger we've ever had on the bench,
the Premier League's ever had.
And I'm me, so I don't mind that he rotated Salah.
Oh, I don't mind that. I get pissed off when he doesn't bring him on.
He needs to be on latest
70.
60. No, latest 60.
Oh, it's a joke.
Especially when we're losing.
We're losing.
And not creating.
And I going back to your comment about the whole him saying we haven't played that formation because of injuries. Everything he says about injuries and those formations he plays went out the window when he chose to play Frimpong right wing and Shobo right back that game for me. To bench Salah. There is no need for that. Play right back, Frimpong right back and Salah right wing with Shobo in the middle, or even Shobo right wing. You don't need to play Shobo our most consistent player this year at right back.
No.
And I think like these kind of decisions are what is frustrating me.
And I think
it's like, why?
And it's breaking some of the trust even more each time something like that happens. The other one, which was the big one for me, was those substitutions, and more just the in-game tweak. Because you get to 60, you get to 70, people's legs start going, they're starting to run over us. I think it's still 1-0 just about at that time. And you're like, right, Salah on. And all of the subs I was mostly in agreement with, other than Salah coming on.
Maka stayed on though, didn't he?
Yeah.
I would have taken Maka off.
I would have switched Maka for Jones.
He's got a yellow card. Why are you risking it?
Maka for Jones. I literally said, that'll be Maka for Jones and Salah for Gomez. Frimpong drops to right
this
back.
Is
we
exactly what I said.
We go to a 4.
Yeah, 100%.
And then you try something different.
Yeah,
and then you play how we played the whole year against these high-intensity teams. And other than Man City,
this is what
we have competed.
We've struggled most this year against low blocks. So when we're playing a team that actually attacks, why are we not playing what we are good at?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
No, at all. I completely agree.
We've been waiting for this all year, and then we hide behind the ball for the whole game. And then he admits he didn't bring Salah on because we were too defensive. Change it then, so we're not too defensive. Yes, it might open the game up a bit more, but go at them.
Try.
Because they'll probably sit back more knowing that we're bringing on fucking Salah and Isaac.
You might force a mistake. You might force something to happen.
100%.
Literally, bringing on
pressing.
one of the best goal scorers in the Premier League with one of the highest goal scorers in the Premier League.
100%.
They have to think about it. They can't just ignore it.
They're going to. Salah is aura.
And
like whether he's not playing well or not, it is aura.
And this is where I want us to have Salah, Wirtz, Shobo, Ekitike, Isak.
All 5 of them on.
Give it a go. Just give it a go. And get Jones and Grav, whoever, to sit. And then you have a 4 with 2 bombing fullbacks, a 2, and those...
Just literally.
If that's even the right maths, I don't know.
Yeah,
if it
no,
is,
I'd
roughly you get what I'm trying to say.
Shobo can get up and back anyway, so it's fine.
Exactly. But just give it a go. Rather than... On the one that blew my mind...
Just
the singular sub that blew my mind, because it was pointless anyway. If you ruin his career, it's pointless. Why are you doing it? Other than to rest Frimpong, which there was 3 minutes left, pointless. And why are you bringing on a central midfielder for a right winger and not trying to bring on someone that might nib you 1 goal, so then it's not a 2-goal deficit? Why not bring on Salah for 3 minutes if you can do something?
And even if you don't want Salah, Rio was there.
Or Rio. But that shows the intention, doesn't it?
Literally, straight away. Yeah. Rio was there.
Why the central midfielder rather than the winger?
I don't think there's any point in bringing Salah on in the 89th. I think that's just redundant anyway. He needs to be on a 67th.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think that does more damage bringing Salah on in the 89th to Salah than not playing him. He's like, fuck this shit.
And the lack of the tactic change means that's what he wanted. I was like...
means he's accepting 2-0.
Did he have a number where he would have changed?
Yeah, 3 probably.
Is it like 3 or 4?
Probably.
I'm like, why?
Literally. Because straight away in his post-match, he's like, yeah, it's only 2 or whatever. Like, we could turn that round at Anfield. It'll be a totally different game. Why didn't you try and make this the game?
Anfield was easy.
Literally.
And like, I think back to the classic Barcelona game. You can name any of our comebacks, but think about when that game finished. I felt it.
The fans
felt it. I remember a story of Genie and Robbo sat in the tubs being like, yeah, we're going to do it. It's fine.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, literally, like, and it was Manny, I think. All 3 of them were like, yeah, we're going to get through that.
Yeah, 100%.
And Klopp came out and was like, do you see your way back? And he's like, yes. Like, what are you talking about? Whereas
you ask him now.
The post-match conference last night was, we might have a chance, maybe. We've got to try hard. And then you've got the players' heads are all down. No one's enjoying it. No.
So Van Dijk said, I'll quickly...
Whilst you find that, the only other thing I want to say, despite our groans about the formation, Gomez once again just insane. Like, considering he got a stupid yellow, not him stupid yellow card, the ref gave him a stupid yellow card, which was never a yellow card. His performance was so mature, so rounded, and so good that I just wanted to give him a shot because he deserves his props.
So yeah, Verge said, well, has been quoted to say, so it starts with belief. It starts with the belief that comes within yourself. Starts with the belief that we get from our manager, the right game plan and the intensity that we have to put in from the second one to the last. If you really want to achieve something, that's what I want, and that's what I'm going to tell my boys. We have to show it. We have to show the desire, show the fight. That's the least you have to do as a Liverpool player. The fact that he names starts with a belief that we get from our manager, comma, this was obviously comma. Then the next bit was the right game plan. To me, that just says everything.
Yeah.
To personally, he doesn't need to say that. He doesn't need to say the right game plan. That is a throwaway, indirect in there. The players don't believe in Slot.
No.
He's from my view, I don't think the players believe in his game plans and stuff.
No, I agree. And I don't think anyone's being played to their strengths.
No, 100% not.
Other than Frimpong.
Not even then, I don't think.
To an extent. And maybe Gakpo, whenever he comes on.
Frimpong's
and Grav gets given what he wants, basically.
Yeah, when Frimpong's on his run, sometimes he has the ability to do 1-2s and stuff, but often it's just try and hit it and hope. And then he's on his own.
The
one player I am always, every game, I absolutely love, and I can't stand it. If anyone ever slates him, Kirkez. What a man. What a boy.
It's just in the same way as Robbo, and I gave
this
my praise
is what
to
I mean.
Robbo.
We've got such a good left back
He's
replacement.
Fan
Never
personified. Yeah, exactly.
Always tries his hardest.
Does it say it? So my final question on this before we move on to the next section, because this also links to that. My final question was, is he being let down by the players, or is the system letting the players down?
I don't think... It is a hard question. The players can't take all the blame if they are not understanding and not believing in the system, if you know what I mean. And he's not... I think the players are being let down by him.
Mm-hmm.
Then we said it before, when Slot's not playing each player to their strengths.
No.
All season long, everyone slates Salah for not having don't stick him out on the touchline. Move him in to the right forward, and what happens? We beat Galatasaray 4-0. This is what play to the strengths of your players. And then all of a sudden you're playing against the best team in the world and sit 5 behind the ball. Well, sit the whole team behind the ball and come away with 20% possession and 3 shots.
And when
are you joking me?
And don't get me wrong, the ref didn't help us at all.
Oh no, that ref, Joe Gomez, what a tackle!
Yeah,
how the fuck was that a yellow?
And the overturn penalty, got the ball, great. Yeah, I'm glad it got overturned. But you're at the Parc des Princes, you're never gonna get those decisions, and the ref was always going to be that way.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, there's obviously they're Georgian. Fabregas.
Oh yeah.
If he got a booking, he would miss the game at Anfield. And there's apparently quite a few times. Within 5 minutes, he pushed Konate, I think, on was it break or something like that. I remember someone, and then there's quite a few moments where everyone's like, "You should have been booked there."
Yeah, mad.
Not sending off, obviously, in this game, but he would have missed the Anfield game.
Yeah. And then, so you're never going to get those, but that almost should create the siege mentality of working together. But it just made me feel like everyone started having a go at each other.
Yeah. I don't mind it if it's a leader, like when Milner had a go at Van Dijk that time. That's what's needed.
So stop there.
But we've got no one.
Stop there, because that is going to be the next subject. My final thing was, because we've now got the Robbo announcement and the Salah announcement, we're aware of Curtis's almost departure in January. Is that another sign of the players being like,
100%.
Even if I had a chance to get a contract extension, I do not see what this is going to be.
It'd be interesting to see if... how much of this is players now being told we are giving Slot next season to start? So they're now saying... Like Robbo could... Because that's what's being announced by journos.
Is it?
Constantly saying FSG want to give Slot the respect and let him start next season. But this is obviously just the media churning stuff. So whether it's true or not, it depends how bad we finish. But if that's what's being churned out and players are seeing that and they're trying to find information, and then if they've been told Slot starting next season, and the whole dressing room's like, well, we don't believe in him. We're at loggerheads with our manager. Why are you doing this to us? Kind of thing. Of course they're not going to stay. I see Jones going. If Slot stays, Jones is gone.
So my thing here now is the next. Then we're on to the next topic now. Is how would Liverpool possibly fix this immediately and then in summer? And I'll clarify both points. So immediately,
Gerrard assistant manager.
Tactically, well, you could do that immediately if you wanted to, but I mean tactically, how you set up, what should we be doing?
Gerrard, assistant manager, I think even tactically it would allow players to listen. I think sometimes players are probably trying to they end up switching off. I just don't think that they respect him enough now. You just don't know, do you? But at the same time, like as you said, with Slot trying to explain things, maybe it doesn't come across in the right way. Maybe he's like with the whole Jones thing. But if Gerrard's saying it, is it going to be said in the right way?
I completely agree.
With more, like, it's simple things of human basics when talking to different types of people. Talking to a kid, you've got to explain it a different way. Talking to an elderly person, you've got to explain it a different way. Talking it to a normal guy, like, age, you've got to explain it in a different way. Is Slot doing that? Or is he just blank slate, everyone understands what I say?
Rafa Benitez style sort of thing. Just,
this is what I'm doing, instead of trying to say this to a certain way and then to Jones say it's in a different way to it, so he understands what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like,
this touches on a point which I was going to cover in summer, but I think it's relevant now, is let's go back to prime Klopp teams. For me, the embodiment of the manager on the pitch, the discussions, the accountability, the leadership group. So you had, Robbo, Hendo, Salah, Ali, Verge. Feel free to name others. I would reckon Matip's in that. Milner.
Did you say Hendo or not?
Yeah, I said Hendo. Fab probably would give a bit, but probably not as much.
I think it was only 5.
So yeah, but I'm on about in general though. They're like all shouters, all leaders, other than Verge.
Genie would have as well, probably.
And also on the training pitch, everyone's held accountable.
Milner's the biggest thing.
Milner alone does it, but everyone else does it too. Look at the squad now. Ali, sure, but I don't see him being a shouter. He never has been, but he can be. Verge, sure, again, can be, but not actively a shouter.
Yeah, I don't think he is. I don't know, but
not like a Hendo, not like a Millie, not like that. He'll complain, I think, but he won't. Encourage shout.
Yeah, 100%.
Robbo and Salah, they're going. Ali, I think he's staying, but he might go.
Yeah.
So you got Virgil. I do not see another leader on our team.
So this is one thing I said to someone, I can't remember. This is what Shobo needs to do now. Shobo needs to shout at people. To take his game to the next level, he needs to command now. He does it. He sets the example by pressing sometimes. He sets the example by never giving up and always pressing up and down. But he needs to now get it. If you want to be captain of this club, you now shout at everyone. You shake, like last night probably didn't shake Slot's hands coming off. You now step up. You just take it now. If you want to be that in the future, if you want to be the captain of this club, you just take it now. And you shout at people, you put a fake face on, you have to do it.
I agree. I was going more in the direction as well, though, of you've already sort of half referenced it, of the... I'm going to frame it this way. Robbo, in one of his messages to Salah when Salah announced his leaving announcement, said a load of things about Salah, but one of them that really stuck was forever a professional on and off the pitch, training to 100% of your ability, regardless if someone's watching. A few people could learn from that.
Yeah.
And I took that as daggers to literally the whole Liverpool squad at the minute being like, there's zero intensity in training anymore. We don't train. No one gives
of it. Everyone take the piss out of them for it.
Everyone's arrogant and ignorant. And I'll say it, like most of the squad is now. There's very few people who I think, you go to war in training.
Don't turn up at 6 a.m. for the gym before training.
Exactly. And that whole culture is gone. And I'm really worried for the summer. Because we have a team of egos.
That down to because these players were bought under Slot, under Klopp. Like if you're saying like say Grav, Maka, and Shobo, that midfield three was bought under Klopp, and that was not happening under Klopp that season. The reason Klopp left that season was because he knew it was in good hands.
Yeah, there
is no way, and I think that's the disconnect.
Yeah,
from the manager, and there's no way if you had Gerrard as assistant manager on that sideline that those players are doing that.
They always say it is like in business, I want to say it's like people will regress to the lowest denominator.
100%.
The second you have not a bad egg, but a lower attitude person in a room, everyone else will drop rather than they will raise to him.
Yeah.
if you have Slot's vibe about training
Yeah.
of have a day off, have a day off here, have a day off there,
We'll go fucking Dubai.
or we're going to not actually do any training throughout the whole week.
Yeah.
Or corners, we're really bad at them. We're not going to focus on them, though. All of these subtle signals every single time will just grain into the team. And the fact our fitness is so low, like so low,
right,
and we're still not training intensely. And I get the injuries and stuff, but we are just not the mentality monsters anymore at all. And I think there's so much to be said about we're about to lose our only leaders, and we're not going to replace
100%.
them. We've got a team of egos, and it's going to go from bad to worse.
That's one reason I don't want Slots there.
Unless if you bring in someone that's going to dominate. And I don't think that's Alonso either, other than he has the respect of a few players.
I think Alonso gets respect because he's got the record now. He went unbeaten in the Bundesliga against Bayern Munich. Like, he has respect. He's done it at the top level. Those players there with last year, they know it was Salah. Without Salah last year, we don't win.
No.
We don't. And even at Madrid with Alonso, he'd lost like 6 in 38 or something like that.
Oh, I've seen Arbeloa's.
And then Arbeloa's already overtaken that in 19.
Yeah.
Like, and it's because he didn't get on with the egos of Vinny and that. And that's why he got sacked, basically.
Yeah.
That's why he left, or it was I don't know if it was sacked or mutual or whatever, but Alonso ain't going to stand for it. And you know straight away, if our most talented player in the squad, technically, inverts, if he's respecting Alonso, you know damn well everyone else is going to.
Yeah, absolutely. Back to the sort of the head topic of this one, in terms of where do we go from here, and what would you do tactically and squad management, even if we went for our 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, whatever he does. I want to see Mamadashvili, obviously, Frimpong, Konate, Verge.
4-2-2-2.
I'm going to take Robbo in for the Fulham game, bring Kirkus back for the PSG game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bring Grav back into the role he did last year. Back there. Not progressive, not an 8, not a wonder forward if you need to.
Yeah.
That's your role, again, because you did it ridiculously last year. And I'm bringing in a Jones. I'm bringing in a
Jones for Maka.
A dog, essentially. That's going to be like, I'm a Scouser.
100%.
That's what you need. You're playing Shobo for the legs and you're playing Verts. Salah, Ekitike.
I would rest
that front floor.
I would rest
other than I'll bring Isak in for Ekitike now, if he's fit.
Yeah, well, you could play him but I would even say if you're playing Verts and Shobo as 2 centre forwards almost.
Yeah.
As that thing, play Rio left.
Or that.
As left forward.
Especially for Fulham.
Oh, this is what I'm saying. Like, Resic, he's been ran into the ground this year. That's another reason why I don't think he's performing. He's had to play as our number 1 striker, which wasn't the aim. As a youngster, he's already gone past how many minutes he's ever played before in a season.
And like, he's getting slated now, and I am one that
I do get frustrated. The flicks and shit.
He was shit.
Yeah.
And he made really bad decisions.
Yeah, 100%.
He's also saved us a number of times.
Yeah.
And he's also very young.
He's young still.
And no one expected this season from him.
No.
I can forgive him really easily.
If Isaac was fit, he would have played half the minutes.
As long as it's not an ego thing, because I think he has a massive ego.
I think there is a bit there, isn't there?
Yeah.
And I don't get where that's come from, as in, it must have all been Klopp on not signing egos then. Hughes and Edwards don't seem to care.
Yeah, and that's a big thing for me.
I will say, though, someone said to me earlier, Verts has an ego. I don't think he does at all. He doesn't cross to... Every footballer's got an ego, but I don't think he's a dickhead.
He's got an ego in the same way...
Salah?
I was going to say Salah. I more probably mean Mane or Firmino.
Yeah, he knows he's good.
Confidence in your ability.
100%.
I can play football. I can play anyone off the
But
park.
I don't think he's a dickhead. He's not a showboat, like...
He's not a Chucky.
He's not a showboat on the pitch.
He's not a Chucky.
No, he could be at times, but I mean... Not a Chucky like that, but like, I mean, you know when they're flashy, like off of the pitch. He's not like that.
No, that's what I mean.
He's like down to earth, like, well, that's the way it comes across. Obviously, I don't know him.
And on the pitch, he's not doing keep up abuse.
No.
He's respectful.
Yeah.
He's got an ego in terms of, I'm a shit hot footballer and I'm Bundesliga double back-to-back player of the year.
To be a top footballer, you have to have some sort of ego.
Yeah. It makes the best ones the best.
Yeah.
But not in a negative way.
No.
And then I want to see really standard football in terms of give the creators the ball to create. That's Salah, Wirtz. Allow the pressers to run, which is funny enough is Wirtz and Shobo.
Yeah.
And then supply your forwards.
Which we haven't even had really.
Use your fullbacks when they do an underlap. Really basics in football. And clear your lines. And the biggest one for me, I see it so much, just deal with it.
I said...
Just deal with it.
So I was watching last night with Edward and Gideon. And I think at one point I literally said, get rid of it. I think it was either Shobo or Maka. And I was like, no, I might have been Graf. One of them anyway. I was like, just fucking hit it. Don't lose the ball there, because we were like in between our halfway line and our goal kind of thing. It wasn't. And I was like, just get rid, just hit it, even if it goes back to them right now, because we just need it out of the danger zone. Yeah. Let them rebuild, but just get rid of it. And in that situation, this is where we normally have a winger to chase.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. And Gideon was like, oh no, we can pass out of that. I'm like, not against PSG, the best team in the world, when we haven't played this formation before.
And we're not confident. And there's no confidence.
Just get rid of it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Better out.
And so there's that one. And my version is the opposite of the ball's in the air. Deal with it.
100%.
Win the header, win the duel, battle.
That's one thing with Ekitike.
Not chicken out. Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't go for the header as much as
or like someone's lining up to shoot. And this is very common this year. Deflection going in the goal.
Oh,
too common because people are half-assed in the block.
Yeah, yeah.
Commit your body. Do a dolphin dive and try and headbutt his foot so he doesn't score the goal. Like, don't actually get a concussion. But you know what I mean? Like, commit to the tackle, not half-ass leg and then deflect over Mamadashvili.
It's almost like our players are like half-ass in blocks or half-ass in challenges, because it's like, someone else will deal with it in a sec.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally like, that's going past me, so the next person will deal with it.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, right, fuck this, I'm getting this ball.
And like the amount of time,
other than Kirkes. Kirk is the only one that's like, fuck this ball's mine.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And to be fair, Maka as well, most of the time won't half-ass it. At times he does. But
then he gets a yellow card.
And then he gets yellow. What was I going to say? Don't know what I was going to say. Anyway, so in terms of those tactics, that's for immediate. You need to sort it out. You need to go back to basics, and you need to put your trust in the player's ability to play football. And I would rather go back to some of the tactics from last year rather than trying to completely change it. And that extends to PSG as well. In the summer, I think we need to go back to the ethos of buying people who have quality, but essentially are hitting below the belt. Not what I'm trying. Bad phrase. Buying Robertson from Hull.
Yeah.
Pure quality football player. You can see the quality.
This is low key why I want Spurs to go down, by the way.
He has a dog to get like a
go snipe players.
Yeah. There are certain players you would want to snipe because some 100%. Of them have egos.
100%.
And some of them don't.
Yeah.
And like, so.
My one would be Bergwald.
Yeah, 100%.
That is the player that I'm like, if Spurs go down, we go fucking throw your bag at.
Completely agree. And then go and buy people who buy endos with a bit more quality, where Slot or whoever trusts them. Yeah, exactly. Where they are going to die for the badge
100%.
And commit 100% and not be afraid to hold everyone else to account.
Yeah.
Because they have nothing to lose. Rather than 2 years' time, my stock's going to stay the same and I'm going to go on to Real Madrid, Barcelona, whoever I give a shit about, PSG, which I think a lot of the people coming through could.
How much
did
that rub off on Trent leaving as well?
Yeah.
I think it's totally different if Trent doesn't go.
Oh, potentially, yeah.
I think the whole... Well, one we don't, I think, is a big impact, and another reason why we won the league last year is because of Trent.
Yeah.
Looking back, as in like his relationship with Salah.
Oh, absolutely.
But just what the conversations like, and the impact of that. Looking back on the impact of a Liverpool-born, like a Scouser who supported Liverpool his whole life, if he can leave Liverpool when he's going to be captain in a couple of years, anyone can.
Yeah, it's the culture.
Like,
it's a culture killer.
Literally, Trent is a bigger impact than what he thinks, what he realises. You have just influenced those players there. Shobo probably mainly, one of them I'm looking at, to be like, it doesn't matter if you do want to go at some point.
Yeah.
Because you can.
Yeah.
I can go. And I'm like...
I don't need to take this. Shobo's reaction to fans not being happy with the Man City performance.
See, I've heard different things. Like, I don't know whether that was because they'd already left, some of them.
Yeah.
And
but he went over to the ones that were there, and they were like,
yeah.
And he's just like, what do you want from me? It's
Yeah.
We're the ones that are here. You're going to come over and be apologetic, not ignorant. Yeah, I completely agree. We're going to move on to the Klopp Crouch interview. You obviously haven't heard it, but I can verbatim say roughly what was said on it, or at least the most important parts of it.
Yeah.
One of them was Millie again. The amount of people that go on about Millie and how little a man manager like Klopp has to do when you have a voice like Millie.
100%.
And then he went, Millie alone, and he didn't get trained to do that. Millie learned to do that by himself. And Hendo rubbed off on it, and X, Y, and Z, and so on and so forth. Robbo, everyone, all stem from Millie.
Yeah.
You don't have that body anymore.
No.
And even one of the quotes you said the other week was how Klopp didn't have a clue half the stuff that Millie did.
Yeah.
And was like, who does that now?
Yeah.
Because it's accountability, it's maturity, and I just don't see it in our squad anymore.
It's setting standards. And if we haven't got anyone that just wants to go and set the standard, that wants to be like, okay, you're not working hard enough, let's work hard. Like, you just need to be a constructive dickhead. Literally be like, you're not fucking working hard enough.
Yeah.
Fucking run.
Well, and like, as much as we don't talk about United on this pod, Tommy, full credit to them as a unit. Whenever someone came in, no fucking around, mate. You're here to play football.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I want them to enjoy their football.
Yeah.
It's fucking serious, though.
Yeah.
Like, you treat this life or death. This is
100%.
your career. This is hundreds of millions of people watch you. Own it. Don't fuck around.
But you don't see anyone in that. And even to a certain extent, you've seen like Millie having a go at Verge, I've already said, in game. Mm-hmm. If that doesn't say anything, how many times do you reckon Millie spoke to Klopp?
1,000. Klopp literally says it. The second Millie got rotated, Millie was more than happy of signings coming in.
Yeah.
Really happy about signings coming in. Until it was in his position and he got rotated. And the instant he got rotated, he's like, why am I being rotated? What's going on? Speak to Klopp.
Yeah.
Every single time. What can I do better? How do we change
this?
this? What's going on? And he learnt his new role. But hey, he never stopped asking to play.
Yeah.
Like, he never stopped committing 100% to being the best player he could be for the team.
But you can imagine how different that conversation would be if it was Slot, Millie and Slot.
Yeah. I don't trust you.
You're not playing. I don't trust you. This player's better.
Yeah.
It doesn't suit my style.
Endo.
Change information. Like, instead of a constructive one, where Klopp understands what Millie must be feeling, to then try and still work with him to get him minutes, to make him feel valued. If we're winning 4-0 already, because of the style we play and the players believe in my fucking football.
So really interesting you've gone there. So then the second point from the Crouch interview to really mention is Klopp's emphasis on man management. And Crouch Podcast put up a video today of when you could do a react video on like TikTok.
Yeah.
It's the interview happening where Klopp's saying all this about what you should do and how you should man manage. And it's a video of Salah sat on the PSG bench, and Crouch's podcast has put that out because it's basically saying you need to be able to go up to anyone in your squad, put an arm around them, explain why you've made a decision, give them hope they're going to come back, give them realization it's not them, it's just this, or something's happened.
Yeah, 100%.
And manage them. Sometimes you've got to, what's it called? I want to call
Take
it
your battles.
leaf blower. You've got to go in guns blazing because some people need that. Some people respect that in the moment. You've got to be able to handle all of these situations for a whole entire squad and still get the best out of these players.
Yeah.
And you've got to make sure they keep motivation. I think, other than his favourites, every single other player's lost motivation.
100%.
Because they're not being man-managed, because there's no explanation, because there's no empathy, almost.
So even down to, so now we say, obviously Salah probably didn't react the best to it. Mm-hmm. Slot probably hasn't even explained why, or Salah just thinks it's bullshit because whatever.
I can imagine he's not, and this is going to sound ridiculous, Slot's not brave enough to tell Salah why he's been retained.
100%.
Other than saying something like, I'm resting you.
Yeah.
When you don't rest for your quarterfinal against PSG.
But my point before that, so obviously the Salah's obvious, but how many of the players see Salah not playing and get fuming themselves? Why the fuck is the best winger in Premier history not playing for us and he's just sat on the bench? I could damn well know Shobo's feeling that. You can just picture it. How the fuck is Salah not playing right now? When we need goals, why are you benching him? Why? So you lose respect from more players from benching one player and not communicating it properly and managing one player. The rest of the squad also follows.
Virgil goes from sharing the load with Salah of feeling like you have to drag this whole entire team
through Jota, through everything,
because a lot of these players are new or aren't long established like you two are for 9 years. He hasn't got Robbo next to him. He's got a new young kid, absolutely fine, doing his best.
Ali hasn't been there.
Ali's not there. All of a sudden, you lose another player, and Virgil's literally there like, oh yeah, people are calling me a shit leader when I've literally lost all of my leadership.
100%.
All of my support.
Literally.
I lost all my voice, because that's not how
Trent's
he
gone,
necessarily...
Salah's gone.
Yeah. It's the spine gone.
100%.
The spine is literally broken of Liverpool right now, which is probably the worst thing you could say, but it is legit. The only other part to what he was saying, which I found super interesting, was his trust. He said about how much you have to trust your squad, and you have to embody that trust, and you have to bring on youngsters, because youngsters, he was like the best thing about them. They come in, they're 100% intensity because they can't believe they're there. They genuinely can't believe.
It's so true though.
They can't believe they're training with the first team. Yeah. They're so involved. They're so into it.
Just go watch the goal.
By itself, it raises the standard. It literally does. And the amount he was talking about this man management and all I got from it was the culture and how important the culture is, and how. And I'm going to say something really...
You're just making me want Klopp back, though.
Yeah, me too. The most ridiculous from this, though, and this is like a really bad analogy.
And Million's assistant manager.
Last year, using Endo as the example, last year, Endo was our culture personified. Bring him on, game done, game win, next one. Bring him on, game done, game win, next one. Played 2 games this year, got injured throwing his life on the line, because he wasn't trusted for the rest of the season, so he wasn't fit. Because he wasn't trusted, even though he was trusted last year.
Yeah.
What's changed? What's the difference? Why? And if you're not giving him a chance when literally it was a meme of how good he was at just stopping the game, I'm not asking him to be fucking Gravenberch, but it's a meme of how good he was at just battling.
One name right now.
Come.
That Slot didn't trust and we got rid of.
Elliot.
No, not even that.
Because sorry. Come back to man management. He's not our player.
That was awful. I hated that comment.
He's not a player. I'm not even completely against that. Show him way more respect.
100%. But technically he is.
Yeah, sure. But
he's on loan. He's our player.
But the
obligation to buy the which isn't going to be met.
Yeah.
So he's going to come back, and you're going to have to face him again after just saying that.
The politics as to why he's not saying he's saying. It's Aston Villa's player, not our player. I understand. The disrespect to say...
Don't care, basically.
Yeah, I don't care. That's the point where I'm like, no. Because
especially
you're also telling...
boyhood Liverpool fan.
You're also telling Curtis Jones you don't care. You're also telling Chiesa you don't care.
Yeah.
Anyone that you're showing you don't trust, and you're showing that you didn't trust Harvey Elliott, anyone sat on your bench, he's like, you don't trust me. That means he doesn't care about me as a Liverpool player.
The one name I was going to mention that could change some of our games is Morton. Absolute balling in Liga 1.
Just balling. It is Liga 1, but just in terms of an intensity.
We said he looked good last year.
Just in terms of a...
he only got like 20 minutes.
Literally what I was saying about how the point to prove.
Yeah, 100%.
He will come on and he will sprint.
You've got no one with a point to prove that you bring on now in centre mid.
Other than
Jones.
Nyoni, when he gets given a chance.
Like 5 minutes.
I literally cannot tell you how much I rate that kid.
Yeah, same.
And Klopp was playing when he was 15.
Literally.
He should be getting more than 3 minutes at the end of the game.
Especially when we're not playing well.
Especially when you're playing well.
Right.
All absolute mind-boggling. It just, the timing of that Klopp interview versus what happened at PSG and what I'm seeing in the squad and Salah and Robbo leaving, it's a very scary situation.
It's just like...
And it might be the number one reason why Slot has to go in summer.
I seen someone tweet it. I think it's the who from Redmen. And I agreed and I quote tweeted it. I was like, so he said the similarities between this and Rodgers is absolutely scary. And I quote, as in like with the belief and the changing to 5 at the back during like some of his later games and all this kind of stuff. And I agree with it. And then I quote tweeted it saying the difference is Slot won a Prem, so he's going to be given more grace. Not agreeing with it, but he's going to be given more grace by other people. And the media especially, and FSG probably. But if we don't get rid of him in summer, he's gone by October.
Yeah.
October, November. Straight away.
The issue, though...
And then Alonso beat City already.
Yeah. This is where I was going to say. The number one issue is you do not have club. You do not have Klopp just recently resigned from an equivalent of Dortmund. You don't have a manager animal that's just going to literally pick up the whole entire city on his back and be like, yeah, we're chill. You don't have that.
Gerrard. That is the only one that would do anything for this club.
He will
need someone.
Yeah. I don't want him to do it single-handedly because I don't want his legacy or potential future management of Liverpool when he's gained even more experience to be tarnished by this period when that squad is not ready to be told by Gerrard what the fuck to do, especially if you lose Robbo and Salah. Who's going to be his voice? If you've not got a voice, people can be like, whatever, has been, sort of thing. That was a long rant. That was not fun, but needed to be said. Worrying, very worrying times for Liverpool.
It's frustrating, worrying. This is like almost a transition season that we've said before.
Yeah.
It's a year later than what people expected.
And I'm going to say something now. At the start of the season, we said it doesn't matter where these players face because of what happened in the summer.
As long as we get top 4.
I know I've never had that. I've said I don't care.
It's just the way
to an extent, I still don't care. Other than the fact that now, I don't think the reason for the performances is related to that.
No.
Some, at times, yes. Early on in the season, 100%. Even in moments, I'm so fine with it being on people's minds and not negating it at all.
100%.
The decisions being made and the actions
Agreed.
being spoken and all of the surrounding
the
culture.
The falling out with players that are like... Jones is like sticks out for me. Like
the epitome of the club.
We know Salah has an ego.
Yeah.
And like, okay, so that argument, we don't know what happened. We can expect that. Robbo leaving, it was up in the air anyway, and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, probably wouldn't leave.
As soon as January comes around, and you know Jones is at head with the manager,
and he tries to go straight away. Yeah.
That for me is a red flag.
Yeah.
Because Jones wants the best for this club, and if he's not agreeing with something, or they've gone head to head about something, it's because Jones is trying to voice his opinion on something, and Slot's probably just shutting it down.
And he was very passionate about anti-Trent leaving.
Yeah.
For him to make a U-turn 100%. By January the next year.
Yeah.
No. It's mad. It all needs to be said. We will see.
Yeah.
That's all we can do. I will get my hopes up by Fulham. They will be shattered. I will get my hopes up by PSG.
We'll draw to Fulham.
Draw to Fulham. Draw to PSG and lose on penalties probably.
I got a win. So yeah. For that to happen.
Yeah. That's what I mean, draw on aggregate. Anyway. It's a fun segment. What's your moment of the week, considering how poor of a week it's been?
Oh, I don't know.
Should we try some honourable mentions? Some of Mamadashvili's saves were a joke.
Yeah.
Gomez's performance.
Gomez's tackle was decent.
Yeah.
If Frimpong was onside, Verts' little flick last night was unreal. I love that little chip over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Proof of
if in the right position.
The quality of the players.
Literally.
Yeah, absolutely insane.
Also, at one point, Shobo was pressing like fucking the only one pressing on the pitch again.
Yeah.
And I just remember seeing him sprint. I'm like, mate, you might as well save your engine because no one's going to back up but you on this press.
and this is one of the frustrations yesterday. And it could be fitness, could be anything. Could be the fact that he's alone up there 90% of the time, so then it doesn't mean it. The press always died with Ekatike yesterday.
100%, yeah.
Like, Shoba went, Verts went, Ekatike just let the play go.
Yeah.
Yeah. One really positive, Isak's back.
Yeah.
Huge shout for moment of the week. And I think he looked fine.
I think he's... I can't wait for
in
him
a game
to
he
hit the
couldn't do anything. Absolutely fine.
The game when we were set up to defend a 2-0 loss,
and you take off your creative players, and he still
literally defended 2-0 loss.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is going to be moment of the week.
Moaning of the week. But yeah, no, really, it's a positive sign. He's back. I'm going to go for completely unrelated, and I'm going to go back all the way to the Legends game and seeing Klopp's fist pumps again, because he did it at the end of the game.
My moment of the week is actually the overlap with Gerrard. Have you watched it yet?
No.
It's unreal.
They're really good.
I absolutely loved it.
I don't watch it because it pissed me off 90%.
Yeah, I hate Gary Neville, obviously.
Oh, classic.
But I absolutely loved this one. I watched it and I was like, yeah, so much of it is just, he's so fucking down to earth. He is, I can't explain how much it is just, he's real and you can tell he's real in it. And at one point, Gary Neville said, do you reckon you'd ever manage Liverpool, kind of thing? Or be assistant manager or any, and before Gerrard goes to answer, he's like, before anything, don't clip this. This isn't me trying to get Slot sacked because I actually like him, kind of thing. Yeah. But he said he would do anything for Liverpool.
Yeah. It happened. Oh, when did it happen?
If he gets asked, he would be assistant manager no matter what.
I want to say, it might have been the overlap. It might be the same thing. It was something along the lines of, if ever I got a call from Liverpool, the answer will be always be yes. Essentially, it is like, yeah, if they ever need me, I'm always there, regardless of the situation. I will say yes. He would rather not in certain circumstances.
He obviously it came up with like, sorry, it's a bit of a divert.
Fun tantrum. We love Gerrard,
but obviously Trent got brought up. I think it was, and like his background with nearly leaving and all this kind of stuff. And he said the reason he didn't leave is obviously his dad and his brother had the conversation with him, and his dad literally asked him the question: say you leave to Chelsea or Madrid and you win 5 trophies over there, but at Liverpool you win 1. What's going to mean more? And that made him stay.
It's legit though.
It is legit. If you have the chance of winning 1 trophy at Liverpool, how much is it going to mean compared to 5, 6, 7?
People joke about this means more.
It does mean more for your club.
Two parts to this. One, for your club. Gerrard, it means way more to Gerrard winning with Liverpool than it does winning with anyone else. Like, it's a no-brainer.
Like, if we were professional footballers, it would be exactly the same.
But the other way I look at it is,
I would be like, winning.
There's a
Liverpool
reason people don't give a shit if Man City win the league again.
Yeah.
They've done it. Whatever.
Doesn't matter.
They've won it 6 times. Whatever. Fine.
Doesn't matter.
If Arsenal win it, a load of people throw up shit because they don't win it. If Liverpool win it, a lot of people throw up shit because they don't win it.
Yeah.
Winning with Liverpool means more because it just means more. We don't cheat. We don't fight.
Yeah, 100%.
We earn it, and it's embodiment of
almost like
the
no
fans.
one really cared when I didn't care when Chelsea won it.
I forget.
You knew they were buying it.
I forget they won it in 17-18.
Yeah, you know they buy it though.
Yeah,
and that's the same with City. You just know, everyone knows why they won it. Like, yes, okay, you've got Pep, one of the greatest managers, and all this kind of stuff. Fair enough, quality. Like quality teams, but at the same time, you just bought it. Right.
Controversial question before I round off the podcast.
Go on then.
Would you sack Slot and get Pep?
If you wanted to manage, yeah, any day of the week.
No. Right. Thank you for listening to this latest episode of
As
the
long
Brothers.
as Klopp never manages City, I don't know how that goes backwards, but
yeah, completely fair. Thank you for listening to the latest episode of the Brothers in Red podcast. Perfectly timed one today. We've absolutely smashed that.
Have we?
Yeah, bang on the hour. Let us know if you agree with any of our points, or if maybe we're...
Yeah, sorry, it's a bit ranty, wasn't it?
Maybe if we've been too harsh on players or Slot, or maybe you completely agree with us, or maybe you don't think we've been harsh enough. Let us know down below. Stay engaged, especially with him on Twitter, because he will be tweeting a lot, I can imagine.
I have been recently, yeah.
He's back engaged.
I've been fuming.
And let's make a real go of growing this community and hopefully transform into a more supportive group of Reds rather than negative Nellies. Agreed?
Agreed.
Thank you for listening. Share the pod with your fellow Liverpool supporters. I've been James.
I've been Ben.
And you've been listening to the Brothers in Red podcast. You'll never walk alone. See you directly.